Hi everyone, this is Julie from Totally Holistic Health, and today I wanted to share a really nice little meditation practice. Meditation is something that a lot of people don't understand, or they find it really hard to do meditation. So I thought I'd share this sort of little practice just to give you a little bit of a taster of not necessarily how easy it is, because whatever you do, if it's something you've not done before, it's always going to be a little bit hard just to get your head around it sometimes. But it's just, I just wanted to share a little bit of some techniques that may actually be able to help you just to get into more of a meditative state. So with meditation, obviously I know you see a lot of people sitting cross-legged like I am now. You don't have to do it cross-legged on the floor, you can do it in a chair. Obviously if you're stuck at a desk, you know, in your lunch hour, it's a really nice time to do it if you're sort of sitting down. So the main thing really with meditation is what we're trying to do is just quieten your mind. So we're just trying to allow ourselves just to come into the present moment. So a lot of people tend to find when they're sort of meditating, their mind goes wandering off into tangents where they're trying to think about, you know, I want to get this over and done with so I can go and do the next thing. What we're trying to do with meditation is just to quieten that sort of side of our mind down. So we're just really living in the moment. So this technique really is more about the actual meditation itself is more about sort of trying to notice how you're feeling in your own body. But to start off with, we're going to just sort of loosen up the body a little bit first, because if you've been stuck at a desk or you're a little bit tense, you'll probably find that you're going to be uncomfortable sitting for a little bit. So if you can, wherever you are, if you're sitting on the floor, that's fine. You don't have to have your legs crossed. You can sit up against a wall with your legs out in front of you, as long as you're nice and comfortable. That's the main thing. And obviously if you're nice and warm, that helps a little bit as well. So if you do feel a little bit cold, obviously you've got blankets that you could possibly put around you, or a nice thick jumper, nice and snugly warm. So wherever you are, just get yourself into a nice comfortable position. So we're going to start off by just releasing any tension in your neck. So if you can, just pull your belly in towards your spine a little bit, so you've got a little bit more of an upright spine. So just notice as if you're trying to imagine a nice thread coming out the top of your head. So just first take a few moments just to notice whether you're actually sitting evenly. So if you're sitting on a chair, you may notice that you've got one maybe slightly tilted to one side. So just see if you can check whether you're actually nice and level. And obviously if you're sitting on the floor again, you might find the same thing. So if you can, just adjust yourself so you're nice and comfortable. And if you do feel comfortable closing your eyes, it's quite nice to close your eyes, because it just takes that external stimulus out of your mind, or just a little more distraction to not think about. But obviously if that is uncomfortable for you, you can just lower your gaze down towards the floor. So first of all, we're just going to take a few moments just breathing in and out through the nose. As you are breathing in and out, maybe notice if you're breathing into your belly first. So sometimes it's quite nice to, rather than breathing into your lungs, breathing into your belly. So just trying to imagine that your belly's just filling up with air like a balloon. And as you breathe out, just pulling that belly back towards your spine. Sometimes people find it useful just to bring their hands onto their belly so they can really notice how the belly rises and falls. And as you slowly get into a nice gentle rhythm with your breath, maybe take a few moments to check to where your shoulders are, noticing if there's any tension anywhere. You might find that you're clenching your jaw, or you have a little bit of tension in your shoulders are up by your ears. And if you can, keep that breath going and just slide those shoulders down away from your ears, so really nice and long in the spine. Now, if you can, just keep your eyes shut. We're just going to draw the chin down towards your chest. So try to keep that nice long spine, and just see if you can imagine your head is really heavy. So again, keeping the eyes closed, I'll guide you with my voice. Just allow that chin just to drop down as much as it can. We're not trying to force it if it won't go. We're just noticing any tension in the back of your neck. You're just trying to decompress any muscles in the back of your neck, and also lengthening your spine at the same time. breathing into any tension in that neck. And then when you feel ready, we're just going to tilt your head over to the right. So we're just trying to draw your right ear slightly closer to your right shoulder. So again, you might notice that your shoulders are just driving up to join your ears. If you can, just keep them nice and soft, away from those ears, nice and long. And again, if you've got tension on the left side of your neck, just use the breath, see if you can release. Try to keep your breath nice and slow. Not forcing anything, but just allowing that breath to release. And then when it feels comfortable, just maybe turn your head to look over that right shoulder. So I've got a slightly different stretch in the back of that neck. And then just allow the chin just to become really heavy again, stretching the back of your neck, elongating your spine. Just noticing the shoulders if they're rising up. And then we're going to tilt the left ear over to the left shoulder. So you're just moving the head so it's just tilting onto one side. Just breathing into the right side of your neck and your shoulders. Try to keep the breath nice and long and slow. If you find that your breath is becoming a little bit shallow, you might just be pushing it a little bit. So you might find there's a little bit of discomfort. So again, if you can, just tilt the head back to centre a little bit more. And then slowly turn your head to look over that left shoulder. And just draw that chin back down towards your chest. Just a couple of breaths here, nice and slow and deep. Slowly, let's bring your head back up. We're going to just draw those shoulders up towards your ears. Try to keep that breath nice and steady so you're not holding your breath, just releasing those shoulders and then slowly just allow them to drop down. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So just draw those shoulders up towards your ears. Try to keep your breath as steady as you can, no holding the breath, and just shaking those arms out. Fantastic. So we're going to bring the hands just by the side of us. Again, if you're on the side of your chair, just bring them down by your side. If you find that your legs are uncomfortable, if they are crossed like this, you can just change the cross of your legs or just fling them out in front of you again. So we're going to turn the palms of your hands to face up. We're going to breathe in. Bring the arms above your head. And if you can, just maybe raise your head up towards the ceiling a little bit as well, if that feels comfortable. Just having the hands just coming into a prayer pose above your head. And then we're slowly going to allow the arms to come down. Now if you find that your shoulders are a little bit uncomfortable doing that, you can just bring your arms up into cactus arms, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So just bring the arms up. You can just leave them there if that feels okay. And again, you can, if you feel comfortable, bring your head up towards the ceiling. If you find your arms are okay, just bringing them up. Again, it's quite nice just to have a nice stretch in the side body and then just allow those arms to come back down. Fantastic. So we're going to do that one more time. And then slowly just twisting around to the right, so you bring your left hand onto that right knee, just bring your right hand behind, just twisting that chest around, just to get a little bit of movement in the spine. It's quite nice just to give the tummy muscles a bit of a massage as well. Hands back down by your side, double breaths here. Breathing in, arms back up. So again, cactus arms if that feels uncomfortable, having your arms above your head, twisting around to the left. Nice and gently. So we're not forcing anything. If you can, just bring that left shoulder back a little bit. But again, if it won't go, that's fine. And slowly coming back to centre. Wonderful. So we're going to just focus on our breath now. So what we're going to do is breathe in through our nose and then we're going to bring it out through our mouth. So we're going to do something called a golden thread breath. It's also called a candle breath or a feather breath. So if you can imagine what you're trying to do, if you think of a candle, we're just trying to maybe make a candle flame flicker. So we're just very gently blowing out, as if you're blowing on a hot cup of tea, basically. So it's like blowing out. And if you can, try to make your in-breath slightly shorter than your out-breath, so your out-breath is longer. And what we're trying to do is just trying to release any tension from the body. Hands, we can just bring them onto your tops of your knees if you can, or just bring them onto your lap, obviously it's your practice, what feels right for you. Trying to keep that nice upright position. So breathing in through the nose, gently blowing out through the mouth. We're not trying to force that out breath at all, we're just allowing it just to gently release from the body, and the idea is we're trying to just let any tension just be blown out through the mouth. And again, if you think of it as blowing a little, the veins on a feather, again, that's quite nice. It just gives you the intensity of that breath. So just maybe a couple more of these breaths. And just take a couple of moments silence, just bring your breath back to normal breathing. So you should feel a little bit more relaxed in your body. You should find your mind just starting to slow down a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use a mantra. And mantras are quite nice because it just helps tone or sort of calm that mind down. It just allows you to, because you're thinking of the mantra, it just allows you to stop thinking of other things. Again, we're trying to bring our energies a little bit more, trying to calm the whole of our body and our mind down. And the mantra we're going to use today is something called Soham or Soham. Soham is sort of translates into along the lines of I am that. So it really means I'm enough. So you don't need to be anything else for anybody, you just need to be yourself. So as we breathe in, maybe in your head just say the word so, and as you breathe out just say the word ham in your mind. So slowly, again, just get yourself nice and upright, just get yourself nice and comfortable again. So breathing in and out through your nose. So as you're breathing in, ham as you're breathing out. If you do find your mind is just wandering off again now, just if you can, first of all focus on your breath, moving in and out. If you do need to use the feather breath or the candle breath, just to calm that mind down first before you come into the mantra or the self-meditation, just feel free to do that. We're going to be staying here for another minute or so. So, ham. Well, slowly, let's just release the mantra. again, just take a couple of moments with your breath. It's also really nice at this particular moment just to focus again on how you're feeling in your body. If you do need to move position again, if you need to just, if you're sitting on a chair, if you need to just move around a little bit, just get yourself nice and comfortable. Again, if you need to release the shoulders of your neck, just take a few moments to get yourself comfortable. And again, you might find that you feel a little bit colder now, which is quite normal, because you are quite stationary. Again, just to make sure you're nice and warm. If you've got a blanket handy, just get it wrapped around you. Nice and still and quiet again. So we're going to start now into our meditation. So again, just take a few moments just to get yourself adjusted. And again, as always, if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, just close your eyes or lower the gaze down towards the floor. I want you to just take a few moments to notice the sensation of your back on the chair, if you're on a chair, or the sensations of the floor on your bottom. Just feel those hands just resting on your lap or on your knees. Just, if you can, open the palms upwards. Allow the fingertips just to relax. Just let your arms release, just falling down by your side. Just let your arms relax and become heavy. With your eyes closed or just softly gazing, bring your awareness to your breath as it moves gently in and out. Now, if you can, just bring your awareness to the fingers of your left hand. If you do find that you can't actually locate your fingers, maybe just wiggling those fingers just to allow yourself just to locate them mentally. Just feel them with your attention. Become aware of them. Trying to think about your hand, just be aware of your fingertips. You may actually find that awareness, you can maybe feel a little bit of a vibration or a gentle humming or buzzing in your fingertips. May not, that's absolutely fine if you don't. Just try to keep the awareness on those fingertips, just try to stay with it, just noticing your awareness. Also notice that with that awareness of your fingertips, that's brings the awareness of that vibrating feeling in those fingertips. Just notice that your awareness is linked to those feelings. And the more you draw attention to that awareness of those fingertips, you might find the actual sense of vibration just gently increases. You might find the awareness just comes and goes. Just stay with whatever you're feeling. It's fine as it is. Now let's see if you can widen that awareness and that sensation just to flowing into the palm of your hand. So keep the awareness of your fingertips. Just see if you can allow that awareness to come into the palms of your hands. Feel that feeling of radiation, that sensation in the palm of your hands and your fingertips. Stay with that awareness. Maybe moving now to to the awareness on the back of your hands. So you feel that radiation, all those radiant sensations in your fingertips, the palm and the back of your hands. Maybe now moving up into your wrists. Just try to stay with that awareness. Keeping that awareness of the sensations in your left hand, see if you can add your right hand too. So just seeing that, have that awareness in both of your hands, your left and your right fingertips, palms of both hands and the back of both hands into the wrists. Just try to stay with that awareness. And again, noticing how your awareness is linked to both of your hands and that sensation you can feel. It's quite normal for your mind to go wandering off, in which case, if it does, just first bring it back to your breath, and then back to your hands, fingertips, the palms of both hands, your wrists. Again, noticing if there's any vibrations or feelings of warmth. Connecting your mind to your body. Trying to connect the mind and body together. Just for a moment. Slowly, we're going to come out of this practice. So first of all, just maybe flexing or just moving your fingertips and your thumbs. Slowly just allow your eyes to blink open and allow that light to come in. Just try to avoid looking at anything in particular, just keeping the gaze nice and soft. Now maybe if you feel you need to stretch out, that's fine. So again, just either bring your arms above your head or just draw your fingertips down towards your bottom. Just slowly awakening the whole of your body back. Just coming back into the space you're in. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.